Welcome back, everybody, to Crow of Judgment. This is a follow-up video from the one we did about Senator Richard Burr. I'm sure you already know, if you can read the screen, jackass who was getting daily briefings on coronavirus and went ahead and dumped $1.6 million in stock. But don't worry, because there are 3 other individuals who engaged in this and dumped massive amounts, millions of dollars in stocks, thousands of dollars in stocks, all with classified insider info. And I believe that there's a word for that, insider trading. All of them deserve silver bracelets, just like Martha Stewart. But you know, guys, before we jump into it, do me a favor, drop a like on this video, share it on social media, leave a comment, even if that comment is, Crow, you don't know, they could have, this could all just be innocent, and yada yada yada. You're wrong, but it's okay, leave that comment, because comments are great for the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, Senators Dianne Feinstein, Jim Inhofe made stock trades before coronavirus pandemic because they are awful human beings, and they don't care about you. 2 more senators made hefty stock sales before the coronavirus pandemic tanked global markets. Records revealed as 2 other lawmakers who dumped millions in shares faced mounting calls to resign. Senators Dianne Feinstein and Jim Inhofe sold as much as $6.4 million worth of stock in the weeks before panic about coronavirus sparked a worldwide sell-off, according to disclosure filings first reported by the New York Times. The additional revelations came amid widespread outrage towards GOP senators Richard Burr and Kelly Loeffler, who reportedly sold shares after getting briefings on the coronavirus threat. Feinstein, a California Democrat, sold $500,000 to $1 million worth of stock in a company called Allogene Therapeutics on January 31st, less than a month before panic about the virus caused the markets to plunge. Senate records show her husband sold $1 million to $5 million worth of Allogene shares on February 18th, according to financial disclosures. $6 million worth of stock this lady dumped. And Inhofe, an Oklahoma Republican, dumped as much as $400,000 worth of stock on January 27th, records show. He sold shares in 5 different companies, including Apple, PayPal, and Brookfield Asset Management, according to a disclosure report. Okay, real quick, before we jump into the rest of this article, why is this bad? Like, why should you care about this insider trading? Well, the reason is this. These are senators. They are public. When people on the know see that other people on the know are dumping stocks, they encourage others to start doing the same, which causes the stock market to crash. And when you're dumping out millions at a time, it is going to have a negative impact on the market. These assholes were causing a crash. So if you're losing money, right? If you lost money, blame these jackasses for it. Fucking hell, man. Oh, man. And they have all their excuses. I fucking love it. Feinstein spokesman Tom Mentzer said her husband made the transactions, not the senator herself. Because when you're married, you don't talk at all. I'm getting married. I have a fiance, and I assume that when we finally do get those wedding bands on our fingers and everything, and we're in Florida and we're about to go off on our honeymoon, we're just gonna stop talking about our finances. Period. We're gonna have separate bank accounts, separate everything. It will be a blind trust. Fuck you. All of Senator Feinstein's assets are in a blind trust, as they have been since she came to the Senate, Mentzer said in an email. It's funny how they're in a blind trust, but somehow this lady has become a millionaire, making $174,000 a year. It's funny how that fucking works, isn't it? Mentzer said in an email, she has no involvement in any of her husband's financial decisions. Bullshit. Inhofe said he is not involved in his investment decisions. The senator asked his financial advisors in December 2018 to move his portfolio entirely out of stocks and into mutual funds in December 2018 to avoid any appearance of controversy, he said. My advisor has been doing so faithfully since that time, and I'm not aware of or consulted about any transactions, Inhofe said in a statement. Bullshit. The revelations came as figures across the political spectrum said Burr and Loeffler should resign for using sensitive information to cash in before fears about the virus tanked global stock markets. So I'll be very clear. Inhofe only at the lowest dollar amount sold $400,000 worth of stocks, right? The other two GOP senators were 1.6 million and 1.5 million, something around that number, right? Dianne Feinstein fucking doubles the goddamn number. Like, almost doubles the other three GOP senators. All four of them should resign in shame and wait to be arrested, get a nice pair of silver bracelets. But you know it's not going to happen, so let's just keep going through this bullshit. It is stomach churning that the first thoughts these senators had to a dire and classified COVID briefing was how to profit off this crisis. That came from AOC. So, you know, good for her. Good for Charlie Kirk. These two could not be more different in their political views. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, tweet Charlie Kirk, a prominent conservative activist and chair of Students for Trump. If you trade with inside info to enrich yourself during a crisis, you are a disgrace. Resign, apologize, and donate all earnings to families of victims of China virus. Again, good job using that term. Burr of North Carolina was receiving daily briefings on the spreading coronavirus around the time he dumped as much as 1.7 million of his stock holdings on February 13th, about a week before coronavirus panic set markets tumbling, according to ProPublica. Burr also drew criticism after NPR reported that he gave stock warnings about the virus' potential impact to an exclusive North Carolina group while making more muted statements to the public. Loeffler, a freshman Georgia senator, sold as much as 3.1 million worth of stock. You know, I apologize. I am so sorry. It seems like Feinstein didn't double their number because this... oh my god. Look at how much money these people have. In stocks, not just in oh man, these are politicians, right? They get paid $174,000 a year, and they're filthy rich individuals. Man, I don't get this bullshit, right? You're already rich, you're already wealthy. Why would you try to crash the stock market to shove even more cash into your pockets? You are fucking sick degenerates. And Loeffler's kind of the others are wealthy. Loeffler's got like $500 million in net worth. It is insane that she would do this, but they're all greedy pigs. Loeffler, whose husband is a chairman and CEO of the New York Stock Exchange, also reportedly bought shares in the tech firm Oracle and Citrix, which provides teleworking software. So, teleworking software. Well, everybody's going to be locked up in their homes. I can't imagine why they would make that decision. Some Democratic officials said Burr and Loeffler should be investigated and potentially disciplined or even face criminal charges. No, definitely face criminal charges for the suspiciously timed transactions. Oh, man. Senator Burr should resign and prepare to spend some quality time with a federal grand jury, tweeted Rep. Jared Huffman, Democrat of California. Senators Burr and Loeffler should be investigated by authorities and the Senate Ethics Committee. Former Housing and Urban Development Secretary Julian Castro said on Twitter, if the evidence suggests they engaged in insider trading, they should be charged and stand trial. Some observers have noted that Burr was one of just 3 senators to vote against the 2012 Stock Act, which bans members of Congress from profiting from non-public information they learn on the job. Oh man. That is hilarious. That is actually really hilarious. If you find out about a nation-threatening pandemic and your first move is to adjust your stock portfolio, you should probably not be in a job that serves the public interest. Former Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang said on Twitter. Good for you, Andrew Yang. Representatives said Burr and Loeffler did not immediately respond to requests for comments Friday morning, but the senators have defended their stock trades amid the onslaught of criticism. Loeffler said she leaves decisions about her investment portfolio to third-party advisors. Yeah, they all say the same bullshit. Senator Burr filed a financial disclosure form for personal transactions made several weeks before the U.S. and financial markets showed signs of volatility due to the growing coronavirus outbreak. Oh, man. That's what his spokesperson said. Look, man, they all should resign in shame. They all need to go. They all need to be investigated. And, you know, I am sure that they have a defense as flimsy as it's in a blind trust. It just happened to work out that way. Bullshit. Investigate them, slap the silver bracelets on, and just get rid of these fucking pigs who go into office specifically to enrich themselves, not to do anything to benefit the public. Guys, I'm going to end this video because I've done a great job at not swearing so much like I did in the last one, but if I keep looking at these fucking disgusting human beings, these fat fucking pigs, I'm going to lose it. So, see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.